What is up, beautiful souls? If you've been called to this reading, whether it was found on your timeline, came up in your feed, it's a description, it's a thumbnail, or somebody shared it with you, I'm going to ask that you trust that there's a message in here for you. While I'm still not fully aware of where we're headed with this, I'm going to begin with the energy I am picking up on. And that is almost this conflicting, nostalgic, and need to tend to details. It's almost, this feels like journaling as well as cuddling, if you will. Whether that be with somebody that you love or just cuddling up on a couch to a good book. The conflicting energy is life still happens and we have to get out there and do the work. So, how this all plays out, what the messages are, I'm not sure. But we're going to start with the oracle card. We're going to go we'll dive deeper with the tarot, and then we'll end with another oracle card, a piece of guidance from Spirit. And I'd like to begin with prayer. So, calling in, excuse me, let me clear myself. Calling in the love that we are, the light that we are. Archangels, ascended masters, Holy Spirit, higher self. Spirit guides, and only that of love. May I be a channel, may I be a conduit for those who would be called. And let's begin. My puppy says hello. He likes to sit right in the beginning, right in the front. And he doesn't understand that that's right where I'm doing my, oh, there he goes. He's gonna go sit on the couch. I wanna welcome you to or back to the channel, Crystalclear. I like to do readings for the collective. I've also started a podcast in which we talk all things spiritual. I have links below for both Spotify and Apple. So if you use either of those platforms, I invite you to invite me into your world. It just is reminders in the duality of life, the strife, the grief, the challenges, that we came here for those exact reasons. And there's lessons to be found in the duality. And that's all I hope to bring with those podcasts, is to help ground you, to remind you that there's so much happening, even though it feels so real and the heartache is genuine. And I also upload here on YouTube. On YouTube's also where you're going to get the readings. So if you haven't yet, I welcome you to subscribe. Let's begin. What is going on? I kind of want to just pick up. Those were kind of the energies I'm feeling, like throughout, like the confliction of I got to go out and work and I just want to stay home. That is an awful lot. I'm being told to keep it. Veil of illusion. Lift the veil of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. Let's see what we got here, guys. Saving grace. Forgiving yourself and others heals the wounds and sets you free. Groove of unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnected harmony amongst all beings. I actually saw that a few times on the split. And Metamorphosis, Mirage. Embrace the tender transition between past forms and future possibilities, as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. Let's see here, guys. Let me pull this together and let's go. Veil of illusion, saving grace, be tender with yourself. Forgiving yourself and healing the wounds and set you free. That feels like that analytical, tending to the details, groove of unity, cuddling, maybe snuggling with somebody you love. Amongst a Metamorphosis, Mirage. Embrace the tender transition between the past forms and the future possibilities as illuminated by the transformative butterfly. Transformation, that feels like in the veil of illusion. Lift the veil of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. All right, well, as I sit with this energy, I kind of feel like the death card, if you will, a transformation. And when you're going through a huge transformation, it actually expends a lot of energy, which could go into that whole reality of like tending to the smaller things, cuddling and giving yourself grace and being with the ones that you love, but also tending to the details of any illusion and seeing through to the truth of it. Also, unbounding you. This is really kind of coming to me as before we go really deep. I see the chains in this card. Maybe this is a week of healing in that tenderness, in that nostalgic kind of feel. As you see the truths, also, I'm getting reminded too, like truth will set you free, but it also has a way of killing us first, if you will. I think for whoever I'm reading to, I feel like you've already seen the truth, but it's now like a matter of tenderly integrating that into your life. Let's get some more details. I want to know your current energy. A little bit more details to what it is exactly. Yeah, it's not a time for moving. It's like the Chariot just came out in reverse. I'm hearing not savor. Reserve your energies. Your energy, I feel like right now. Now is not the time to be pushing. Exactly, okay. Give yourself grace, saving grace. You know, energy is such a finite resource, and when we are expending so much of it outside of us, we tend to neglect the inner work, if that makes sense. To the right person, that'll make sense. It's so interesting because I want to explain it, but it's like that in itself almost takes extra resources. There you go. That's like a perfect analogy. Thank you, Spirit. What else do I need to know about your current challenges? What's going on? That's it, I guess. Okay, we'll take that. Thank you. You are trying to figure out your wish fulfillment by mapping out what is to come. We've got the Two of Wands, but it comes on its side. Again, this week is not about executing plans. It's maybe about tending to the details. The Two of Wands. But what's interesting, I see a little devil in there. It's kind of a little bit of a devil energy. In that saving grace, breaking the chains, seeing things as they really are. And knowing that metamorphosis change is towards your happiness and what you're aiming for. So I want to ask, what are your actual challenges? What may be slowing you down? And your need to give yourself grace, to be tender. Immediately, it feels like, I would say, obviously, it's some kind of heartache, right? Some kind of, but I don't know. I know the energy that contributes to it. It could be, the heartache of this disillusion being, again, that truth being brought forth and learning how to integrate so you're no longer in cognitive bias. Oh, here. Again, okay. Oh my gosh, there's a quote For once I was blind, but now I can see. Two of Swords in reverse. You're healing. Star. Do I feel this energy? Queen of Cups, but in reverse. Speaking to just how sensitive the nostalgic is right now. The wounds that are still tender. Not making it all the way through. Three of Pentacles coming in reverse. Again, it's not about a time of collaborating. It's not about, like, there's a lot. It's not even about, I think about Three of Pentacles. I think about collaboration. The most collaboration I think you can do right now, or is most beneficial for you right now, is going inside in that unity, being held, even if it's just yourself holding yourself, cuddling up on the couch. A lot of energy is being asked to be looked within you right now, and that takes a lot of energy. Tending to those details, understanding and tending to every corner to make sure that no stone is overlooked, that you understand everything that has been delivered to you, everything that you're going through this transformation, so that you can reach your Nine of Cups. And you are doing the work. You are healing. For I once was blind, but now I see. I'm pretty sure that's a scripture. You may want to look at that. So I want to ask, what is really going on? I would like to hear from Spirit's point of view, from the love that surrounds you right now in this moment, looking in at where you're at, where you've been. Spirit's point of view, what's really going on? Higher point of view. Woo! That's a lot. But I will take the ones that flipped. They've seen your pain. They've seen your heartache. They've seen where you've been. I do feel like Spirit's saying today, this week, is not the time to make lots of moves. We have the Eight of Pentacles, but it comes in reverse. Again, there is a lot about nurturing your energy, reserving that energy, which is kind of a contradictory. So the way I'm reading this message, stay with me, is because you're igniting your flame again. You're amongst doing it. And when it comes alive, I think you will light. I'm almost getting a hermit feel from this, but so it's interesting, right? So I'm saying reserve your energy. Because in due time, you'll be called to come forth. The light you illuminate will not only light the path for you, but for others. Trailblazer in the making. That's the Knight of Wands that's showing up. What's beautiful about this, not only the wand that is ablaze, but the flowers that are blooming, the way Spirit sees this from a higher point of view. And what they're saying is right now, you don't see it all. It comes with the Seven of Pentacles, but on the side, that is the reflection. Not knowing if it's been worth it or where you're going, or just kind of amongst that cocoon, if you will, right before you see the truth being brought over here, the veil that you can't see. You're not through it yet. You haven't fully, but you will. Again, it feels like the Hermit, the answers that lie within. But the Hermit, like this flame, it feels like the lantern of light. I just don't think you fully see it. You see it yet, but Spirit does. What I just messaged is profound. So let me ask, what is the piece of advice? What is the piece of advice that Spirit would like you to know in this time? Page of Pentacles kind of wanted to flip up there. Piece of advice. Sorry, no, I asked. We'll pull this together, guys. We have the Ace of Cups underlining energy, but it's in reverse, which tells me this is a time that piece of advice. I don't know that you are giving enough energy to tending to your own cup. Like when my cup overflows, can I give to others? You are running on quite empty. But I also feel you need to be very careful during this time. And maybe going back to that journaling. Be careful with your words. I don't think, as a piece of advice, I don't think you're seeing everything clearly just yet. Don't act recklessly. And I see, so we have the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords that both come in reverse. Saving grace. Be tender with yourself. Give yourself grace for things you didn't know. And even though I think for many of you guys, the truth has been revealed and maybe you're going through that pain of transformation, there's a little bit of that energy of, God, I'm so stupid. Why did I let that happen? Feel with this. Piece of advice. Spirit saying, be tender, give yourself some grace, slow down, and know you are amongst the healing. Again, we have the Knight of Pentacles, but to me, I see both the Hermit and the Star. He holds the Star. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowing knight, but he tends to every detail. He is tending, as I see the Star, to your healing. You are tending to your healing. You are making sure there is no stone unturned, that there is no corner that hasn't been attended to and sought to, so that you can heal fully, so that you can embrace what is before you. A lot, again, I feel like the lantern, right? The lantern in the Hermit holds the Star. The Star represents the healing, and the healing represents the answers that can only be found within. I'm getting this vibe all the way throughout this. There's a lot of healing happening right now. Be nicer to yourself. Give yourself time. You're not through it yet, and it does take time. Trust the process. And in due time, you'll see it all. You'll see that nothing of it was in vain either. Sorry, I'm trying to feel if we want another. I feel like we're being called to do it. We'll finish off with the Oracle card. Sorry guys, I'm having a Charlie horse at my foot. Please bear with me. Okay, let's finish with a piece of advice. I think this is a beautiful reading. And I feel like for that contradicting energy I was getting early on, in your to-do list maybe, so that you can make progress on the outwardly things that have to have your attention, and it's hard. Maybe just checking off one thing so you can see that you are making progress by making note of where you are, what you've accomplished. This has a lot of healing energy. This has a lot of tenderness. Nostalgic. Where you've been and where you're going. Good. If this has resonated with you at all, please let me know by liking, sharing, commenting. Join the tribe if you haven't yet. Energy is intimate, and it's something I don't take lightly, so I want to thank you for allowing me to tap into this message and to deliver. Here we go. Dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday? Moment-to-moment experiences, thinking you will find happiness out there someday? So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it could never be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What you made is pure joy. And every time you wake up, and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it into your heart so you can share it. You must know this, so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn into a beacon of starlight. Oh my goodness, my loves. Don't mind me, I have to. Into a beacon of starlight. Look within, hermit energy, and be joyful, even for tears and loss. For they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute. We all love you like crazy over here. Hope floats. Thank you again for allowing me to tap into your energy. Stay the course, slow and steady. We'll win the race. You'll make it through to the other side. I think you've done a lot of work to where you are right now. Have faith, I promise you. It's all worth it, and it's not in vain. For I once was blind, and now I see. Oh, I have so much love for you guys. Beautiful reading. I send my love, my light, my comfort to you. Again, if you haven't joined the community, I ask you to join the tribe. If you're interested in those podcasts, please join and get notifications, whether it's through Spotify or Apple, or else just staying here on YouTube. It's been really fun to do. And it may help, some of those may help you where you're at right now. Because I've been there. You're not alone. Anyway, until next time, I love you guys all so much. Namaste.